Hello everyone, Evasion here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to do a little Assassination commentary from solo shuffle. I've been playing a few more shuffle rounds this week. I've gotten to 2062 so far. At the time of making this video, this is about 30th place for Assassination rogues, so not too bad. Although it's not too competitive yet because it's early season. A lot of people are just up there grinding it out, and yeah, I'm just going to go through the games. I'm going to talk about my target choices and just some little things along the way that I notice. If you like this kind of video, please be sure to give the video a like. It helps out a lot. Also, I'm playing the same build that I was playing in the guide that I just made. So if you haven't seen that and you stumbled across this video first, be sure to go check that out if you're interested in learning more about it. And let's hop into the games. Alright, in this first game here, I'm going to go for a sap on the Resto Shaman and go for the Ellie. I just dump every cooldown offensively in the opener just because I'm with a BM hunter and I just want to get a lot of pressure out. The Shaman ends up leaping out of Earthen Wall and then doesn't react to this smoke bomb, so he goes down very, very easily. Round 2, we're now with the other hunter. I'm going to go in and sap the Resto Shaman still, and then I'm going to go into the Elemental. This Elemental is Dark Iron Dwarf, so he does a good job and trades out his the racial there and gets rid of my bleeds, so it kind of slows me down a little bit in the opener. He actually walls before he gets hit by the stun this time, and he is an Earthen Wall, so he's going to be okay this time around. I get a Pain Sup, and I'm just getting smoked here. We actually stacked like Pain Sup and Evasion, which is like not really necessarily good, but happens. And I'm just boinking off the static field like a dummy. And now we're just kind of training down the Ellie still, just trying to put out as many kidney shots as possible. I'm not really trying to do anything fancy here. We just trade cooldowns and run at people. Unlike sub, instead of like going for setups all the time, you just need to trade your defensives, keep putting out a lot of damage, and eventually you'll be able to get the kill if the hunter can land some traps. Something else to note too, when I'm with a hunter in a shuffle round, I don't typically put as much focus on multi-bleeding because generally when you're with the hunter, you try to put out traps on the enemy healer and you're just focusing down a single target. Now you might find yourself swapping, but generally in like shuffle, at least around this rating, it's pretty much just train one target down and that works out pretty good. Alright, going into this round, I let the priest and the shaman know which hunter I want to hit, and I just go for a sap again. I try to delay it as long as I can because obviously both targets are stealth. Generally, I would probably not do this, but it's a little harder to land a hex maybe than it is to land a trap. And both hunters managed to keep starting when I sap, so I was kind of using that to draw them out, even though that is no reason why they should come out of stealth. I trade my bomb. My kidney shot gets, I believe it was auto trinketed there earlier, and the guy used feign. We get turtle here, and we're in pretty good shape. I throw my blind to delay heals. It just breaks, I'm pretty sure, from some BM stuff. UI seems like pretty buggy. I gotta like fix some stuff on my UI. I don't like that I have both the Gladius and the retail UI open for the arena. But we just keep training this guy down. I put another kidney, go for a T, and we get the kill. In this round, I go for a sap on the Discipline Priest. I want to train the Ellie, and Ellie's just pretty trainable. It doesn't have too many defensive cooldowns. I accidentally overlap my blind here with Intimidation, and we don't get anything off that, so we have no CC, which is really unfortunate. They've already traded the amount of cooldowns that they need to live, and we're not going to be able to kill for a while, so right now we're just, we're kind of on the back foot. I'm just going to keep putting out kidney shots. We get an insane amount of burst, and I get a nice kingsbane off here actually, and they have to use Pain Sup, wall, everything, in addition to the hunter doing a lot of damage there. Basically, we're not going to be able to kill now probably until we get another kingsbane's in like 40 seconds, which is pretty good. If we get long CC chain, we could get a kill here, but at this moment, I'm just looking to try and stop damage. I trade my my trinket there to get out of that lasso, so they couldn't really get any momentum going. And I still have Cloak of Shadows, which is really good. We just have full damage on this guy. Whenever the priest uses swap, if I'm right there, sometimes I'll throw bleeds on him because, especially at lower ratings, as you can see, they like panic and trade a Pain Sup because if they don't trade it, it's too late and they can get killed. If their teammates just help them, though, they're usually okay because they can't instantly just kill people. We have a lot of pressure out. This is an abnormal amount of pressure for a rogue hunter team in this round. Just put out the bleeds on everybody. Still training down the shaman. We have kingsbane back up again, and we're going to be able to get the kill. I'm kind of using kingsbane like an execute in a lot of these situations, or the goal of what I'm trying to do, at least, usually doesn't work out this way, is I want to have fresh bleeds up when Deathmark is available as well. And I want a kingsbane around to like 50% or something so that I can put them into the range of the sudden demise talent. I usually don't get the kill with sudden demise though, but it is kind of cool to see something like that happen. I'm not sure if it's nerfed in PvP. But yeah, that's the idea. Either way, 10% bleed is nice. This round, I believe, was the loss. And the one thing I wanted to point out is the Ellie Shaman does actually a really good job of keeping me controlled. And I wasn't able to connect. We still had a lot of pressure regardless, but I wasn't able to connect enough at important times to kind of get the defenses we wanted out of the enemy team. We did get a lot of stuff still too, and we almost found the kill a few times. We didn't quite get it. One thing that I think is useful to focus on if you're just picking up rogue or trying to play assassination here in these shuffle games is just to be very efficient with your damage. As long as you're always doing something and you're not just trading defensives randomly, you're actually making sure people are hitting you and you're not blatantly overlapping with what you can get out of the healer. I try to be mindful of what my healer's doing. If I'm not getting anything, I'll obviously aggressively use my defensives. Or if I think that I can reduce damage I'm taking by using my own go with like a kidney shot and my offense, or even using a go with like vanish instead, where I can kind of stop taking damage for a second, it like gives your healer time to actually press buttons on you, and you can kind of see if your healer's going to trade stuff first versus just like shotgunning the buttons. And also when you use evasion, you have to make sure that you are facing the target. It's kind of I almost feel like it's a silly thing to say, but if you're a new player, you might not know that you can't dodge from... you have to be facing the target to dodge them, so that's something that's really, really good to know. And it can be really tricky with BM hunters. The pets are programmed to like try and get behind you. So if you're not like always facing them or trying to look around, you'll get hit a lot. All right, in this final round here, we're on the Human Hunter. We have our full Deathmark setup with Kingsbane and a kidney shot out. We get a pain sup out of the enemy, and this was like a situation where I counter-pressured a lot because our Shaman was getting really low. Sometimes you can catch people, especially classes like Hunters and Mages, where they have to trade a cooldown where they actually stop dealing damage. If you can throw in like a massive spike of damage, sometimes you can cheese them because they're focused on getting the kill. They're not necessarily watching their own health bar. So be mindful of stuff like that. It can be very, very easy to steal rounds, especially with Kingsbane in its current state. Another thing I'd recommend too, while we're still training on this hunter, is getting really good at watching DRs. The cool thing about Assassination is since you largely use kidney shot and a sap at the start and blind, you don't actually have a lot to watch. It's good though if you can watch for Grout DRs. Sometimes you can do power plays where you're putting a lot of fresh silenced DRs out off of DR for goes to cover different things. Silence is kind of a not every class has access to a silence, which kind of makes Assassination really fun in that way, that you're probably one of the best classes in the game for silencing. Also, despite needing a lot of global cooldowns at the start of a match, try to find a time where you can get slice and dice rolling as well. The extra damage from getting more like poison, not so much the poison procs, but it helps wound stack up, which can be useful. Wound and hemotoxin, I don't believe they stack, but it's still useful to have that constant pressure. The amount of damage you get off deadly poison is kind of lackluster with this build. I'm sure you can get more damage out of it if you're playing more of a poison oriented build, but that's pretty well that. I played another shuffle round after this that I will try to upload as well if I get some time. If you liked this video and you want to see more like this, please be sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe for more, and we'll see you in our next video. Thanks for watching.